recording.
Hey Megan, how's it going?
It's great. How are you?
Good, good. How was your weekend?
My weekend was all right, I guess. I mean, the week and the weekend were kind of unfun, unexciting.
Yeah. Well, maybe tell me about your week. I know the last time that we were on here, you had a skedaddle pretty fast, right? And not even to get into that, but just give me a rundown of how your week went.
In regards to workouts or just life, because I have a
Just
lot to talk about.
whatever you want to talk about. So life, workouts, give it all to me.
Well, in my summary, I did tell you I really didn't work out that much. Nothing seemed to get me excited or motivated. I definitely have no discipline, so that didn't push me through. Monday, I did not work out at all. Took a nice 3 hour nap. Watched some TV. Tuesday and Wednesday, I tried. Tuesday, I did a quick strength training workout. I don't know if you can call it that. I use no weights. I kind of just wung it. And then Wednesday, I did a long run. I don't know what you consider a long run, but I did a mile or two. It definitely kicked my butt. So I did not really do much the rest of the week.
Yeah, so it seems like you got two workouts and you got a strength training workout. I know it's just your body weight, and you also got a run in. Can you tell me like your feeling following those workouts? Like, is there any
Exhaustion.
exhaustion?
Hmm.
Exhaustion? Was there any positive feeling in the workout? So just completing it, was there any positive? I know the run sucks, but that is one thing that you completed. So is there anything that you would say is a positive out of that?
Um,
Or is it all just suck?
I would say out of everything that I did, um, workout exercise related, the run was the best. I think that's when I'm the best mentally, and I can, obviously getting started is hard, but once I do it, it's a really nice coast. Other than that, no, I really don't feel great about the workouts. I don't feel like I'm doing them well enough, so they don't really count. Yeah, I did, and then it just doesn't keep me motivated to do it again because I didn't feel good when I was doing it first.
Got you. Well, Megan, I do think something is there. So you said during the run, that's when you feel the best mentally.
Mhm.
Could you tell me about that a little bit? What about the run gives you a great mental feeling, or you get exasperation from running? What is the good feeling?
I don't know. I don't know what the science is behind it, but you start running and you're kind of huffing and puffing, but then once you get going, there's kind of that high that you get, and you feel good. You're outside, you're breathing air, and your mind kind of wanders off. So I just enjoy that, and I enjoy to keep going. My lungs didn't, so that's why we only made it to 2 miles. But
Yeah,
we definitely tried.
yeah. Is there any other time throughout your week where you felt the same feeling? It's okay if it's not, but is there? I'm just curious.
Maybe when I'm sleeping,
Yeah.
or relaxing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of intensity being in the military. So it's kind of when I have downtime that I can kind of, have time for me. So yeah.
Yeah. And would you consider the workout and the running, is that you time, or are you just doing it just because I know we had a goal of you lose weight. I know we had a goal of things being a little bit easier with your PT in the military. So is there any other motivation behind it?
I think right now the only motivation keeping me from not quitting is the fact that I have to be physically fit for my job. Honestly, if I wasn't, I'd probably be behind a computer with potato chips. But honestly, that's it's nice. At least I'm holding on to that. But yeah, that's really my only motivation right now is my job, and I need to make sure that I don't hold my team behind, my squad behind.
Gotcha. So this is what I want to I think would be good for us to talk about, would be a destination postcard. So that is, where do you see yourself, the best you, still in the military, however that looks. What does that look like to you?
Are you asking still in the military?
Whatever your best self is. Like
Um,
what do you see yourself?
yeah, I think my best self, my most, the best version of myself would be physically fit. And by that I mean, being able to run an extensive amount of time. I think, building up my PRs, whatever that may be, to reach next best. And I think that continuous PR, past this year, next year, and continue to work towards something. I definitely think I'm goal oriented. I think that's why I haven't quit yet. It's just making them tangible and able to, um, be something that I can get to without feeling diminished by not being able to do it. And then maybe a marathon. I think that that's definitely a really cool goal to get to. I think the Marine Corps one is an awesome one to shoot for. So yeah, I definitely think physically fit, still in the military, serve my country. I think all of that would be a good goal for life, and obviously happiness. I don't think that I'm in the best mental state, so I think getting to a place where I can, thrive and be good in all facets of my life, I think that's everyone's goal.
Yeah, I love that answer, and I love that you talked about happiness as well. Just to dive into that, what would you say? And this is a little deeper question, but what would you say you're at now? Like, is there happiness present? Um, like, just give me just some sort of feel. I know there's the physical fitness portion of it as well, but give me a feel of just where you're at currently.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm struggling mentally. I think it would be a lot easier to do any of these physical tasks if your mental was more sound. And I think that goes through with my job and everything. When you feel cruddy physically, you feel cruddy mentally, and vice versa. And I just think that I'm trying to find the silver lining in everything. And obviously, I'm not happy, but I think I'm just in a very blank area. And I'm just looking for that I mentioned it earlier, but that discipline. I think motivation can kickstart anything, but I really don't feel like I have the whereabouts or the energy to keep the discipline. When I don't want to show up, I excuse it and can talk myself out of it.
Yeah. So understanding where you want it to be, I know you said you wanted it to be physically fit, you want it to be happy, then where you're at right now, you see, not really disciplined. I know going back to the last time we talked, or this past week, you worked out, but it was kind of inconsistent. How do we bridge the gap? How would you, in your world, how would you bridge the gap? Why don't we take away days of the week? So instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? You working out on a schedule. How would you just bridge the gap between your discipline and your physical fitness and your happiness and you being your best physically fit, mentally health self? How would you say you would bridge the gap?
Mm, maybe just like start with anything is better than nothing. Definitely not maybe as scheduled as expecting Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Maybe like, hey, be outside for 60 minutes 3 days a week. That could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That could be Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Maybe something that has looser goals. So when I don't meet them, like if I don't go on Monday, I still have time to make it up without feeling like I've already failed. Um, I think that's a good goal. And then also maybe adjusting. I think I say that I'm goal oriented, but I think I also take failure pretty hard. So maybe, the PRs and stuff, any lifting is better than no lifting. Give lighter expectations during sets and stuff like that, so I can surprise myself and kind of do that positive reinforcement that I've done more sets than. So, set those expectations and then drop them down a little bit, like kind of trick my mind to thinking that I'm doing more than I was supposed to.
Yeah, no, it's if I'm saying it back to you correctly, it seems like holding yourself accountable, but not in such a way of where you have to do it in a strict pattern, but you're just completing activity for the week. So with that, is there a tangible way, like more specific, a tangible way where you can, I don't know, you've completed activity once this week, you write it down into your journal, right? And then maybe we revisit that and we see where you're at. You've completed one activity for the week. And then at that point, if you feel like that is where you should be at that time of the year or that time of the week, right? Maybe one workout is all we complete, right? And I know we have our goals, but maybe that is where we start from. and then we start to build movement, not as specific. So it's not just weight training. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. But
And
maybe
maybe
we,
I add like a Zumba class or, a
yeah,
little salsa instructions or something like that.
absolutely. And then you're just moving your body around.
Mhm.
You think if we start there, that would be like a good starting point, and then we kind of build onto that.
Yeah, definitely. I think that would definitely be helpful for sure. And I think it would build my happiness and to do more fun things than in the gym.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it definitely seems like just watching you talk, I feel like there's a bright spot there with that. So maybe you start there and just trying to repeat it back so that I make sure I'm saying it correctly. You start with just movement, getting movement, and then you track it down. And the next time we talk, we see where you're at and we can progress from there.
I think that's a great idea.
Got you. Well, is there anything else that you want to discuss with me, Megan, before we get off of here? Did I answer your questions? Is there anything else that I can do to help support you?
No, I think that this is great. I think that this kind of, calmed my nerves. It's not great to be held accountable from somebody else. It makes you anxious, but I think you definitely did good calming my nerves and getting me ready, and keep continuing to move forward. And maybe next time we could talk about, calorie counting or nutrition or something like that.
Absolutely. What I think that all those things are definitely valid, and just want to help you progress along this journey. So thank you for taking time. I will definitely connect back with you, and I'll send you if you need some things from me this week. Do not hesitate to reach out.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Megan.